You're welcome.
After several months of social distancing, a lack of community events, and social unrest, Jessica Anderson was looking forward to the Maplewood Public Safety Team's pop-up Freezy Pop event.
It stopped me in my tracks because he had said to me, "Are these bad police officers?" And I said to him, "No, honey, not every officer is a bad officer. And these are good officers."
A few months prior, her 3.5-year-old son walked into the room while she was watching news coverage of Minneapolis police pinning down George Floyd.
I tried to click it off, and his first words to me was, "Is that a bad police officer, Mommy? And why is he smashing his face into the ground?"
She tried to explain that most police officers do their jobs well and work to protect the community, but the images overpowered her explanation.
I realized that it's going to take work, especially when I knew the next day he still remembered it, to try to get his brain off of the track that that's a bad cop, that's a bad cop. There was work that I would have to do to undo that kind of imagery.
By late summer, Maplewood's Public Safety Department had enough medical guidance on COVID-19 to resume small-scale public outreach events.
I was excited. I made sure I marked it on my calendar that I wanted to bring him to it because it was a goal of mine to make sure that he wasn't scared.
If we can change one person's mind about what they perceive the police to be, that's good.
The Public Safety Department recently created Officer Emily Burt-McGregor's Community Outreach Coordinator position.
Hello, young man.
It's another step in the department's ongoing efforts to have meaningful conversations with communities, faith leaders, and business owners.
Come get a popsicle. Hi, guys. It gives everybody the sense of security that the police are not to be afraid of. Do you want to look at the police car? They can trust the police, and I think this is showing the kids especially. I've had them stop and play ball with the kids out front.
I'm here to talk about, what sort of events, what sort of outreach we can do that might be helpful to them.
Why don't you go in the driver's seat?
While Officer Burt-McGregor's position is dedicated to outreach, every member of the public safety team, including non-sworn office staff, is required to spend at least 12 hours annually at community-centered events. This has led to an increase in community outreach from a few dozen hours in 2017 to more than 2,000 hours before the pandemic. They encompass a variety of events, from the Senior Roadshow to the Junior Police Academy to multifamily housing outings.
If you go for crime after crime after crime, it starts to just kind of be this place where bad things happen. But when you go during the day and you see the faces of the people who live there, kids, seniors, you meet with the property management, it becomes a place that you're more invested in.
In reaching out to the community, officers have also received valuable information to improve safety and livability.
Some people aren't comfortable calling the police. When we're out in the community and they can see us, it's easy for them to, approach us, hopefully, and say, hey, I'm having this problem with this, and then we can try to see what we can do to solve it.
Oh, that's actually a good idea too.
Some people might want to come to me and say, I'm angry about this. What are you doing? What can you do to serve us in the city? And it's I want to hear that because, like I said, we do work for them.
These are tough conversations for both police and the community, but they're critical to breaking a cycle of mistrust, especially for the next generation.
He had a great time. He got a football from one of the cops. He loved it. He enjoyed it. I hope there's more events like this.